Hey you! Hey, wait just a sec. Do you really think that all of this scrolling is the fastest way to become a master drummer? Don't be afraid, I can actually help you make that progress on the drums. But you should be afraid of the hallucinations. That's messed up. Hey, wait, don't go! Hello, my beautiful friends. Gabe here from drumbeatsonline.com, and today we are completely breaking down the DBO drumming path and the goals and the milestones within each stage. I also want to point out the mistakes that I see a lot of drummers make in each stage and how you can avoid them. Now, this is video number 4 in our 4-part series, The Master Drummer Roadmap. Where in video number 1, we talked about the mistake that's keeping most drummers back in their drumming. Then in video number 2, we took a quiz to help you find your place in the DBO drumming path. Then in video number 3, we taught you how to really improve your hand speed. And now, we are doing this thing. This is all leading towards doors opening to my online drum school, DBO Academy, that helps you go from frustration to freedom on the drum set. There are only 800 spots available, so join the early bird waitlist right up here to get access a day before the rest of the public. But first, roll the intro. So let's start off with stage number 1, Basics Builder. Now, the problem that most drummers have in this stage is they don't quite know how to hold their sticks correctly or set up their drums correctly. So let's go over this real quick. To hold a drumstick, what you want to do first is grab it with the first knuckle of your pointer finger and your thumb, just kind of like you're pinching something. And I normally grab it somewhere around here on the stick, and this is really where I'm holding the stick. The rest of my fingers are just kind of relaxing onto the stick. When I turn my hand over, I do have this little gap here. It's not super tight, it's not shut, but this allows me to use my fingers in my drumming. You want to make sure that you have a firm enough grip here that the stick isn't flying. You can do this with your fingers out, but you want to keep your fingers there to control the rebound. And there is a lot that goes into setting up your drum set properly. But first, let's talk about just how you're sitting. You want your seat height to be so that your legs are at slightly above 90 degrees, and you want your toe to be out in front of your knee so that you're not too close to the drum set. Then what's next for me is my kick drum, which I want right out in front of me, followed by my hi-hat so that I have a nice comfortable position with my legs first. Then I try to have my snare and my floor tom at the same height so that I can put my stick across it and it's nice and even. And then with my toms, I have a slight tilt to them. They're not too high, they're not too low, and that allows me to go around them nice and easily. And then with my cymbals, I try not to have them too high above my shoulders or too low below my shoulders. This keeps them in a nice, comfortable range for me. But now that we've addressed 2 problems in this stage, let me talk to you about the milestones that you will accomplish with the DBO drumming path through DBO Academy. Stage number 1 is the Basics Builder stage, and this is for drummers who are just picking up sticks for the very first time, or maybe drummers who haven't played in a long time and are looking to brush up on the basics. The first thing you'll accomplish in this stage is learn how to properly hold your sticks and set up your drum kit. This is going to make playing drums feel so much more comfortable. After that, you are going to learn the basics of reading music. Then after that, we're going to take everything to the drum kit, where you are going to learn your first drum beat and your first fill. Within this stage, you are going to learn an absolute minimum of 10 beats and fills collectively. After that, you will learn proper technique, not only in your hands, but also in your feet. From there, we will create your 1-month goal so that every time you are practicing, you know exactly what you are working towards. And speaking of practice, you will learn the DBO practice framework in order to have the most effective practice time possible. With all of these tools in this stage, by the end, you will have learned to play 3 songs or more on the drum set. And that brings us to stage number 2, Coordination Conquest. And the problem that I notice a lot of drummers in this area experience is poor technique. And thankfully, in the video before this one, we talked a lot about hand technique. So now let's talk about foot technique. A lot of drummers have a hard time getting those doubles on the bass drum, so I would recommend slide technique. And that is simply as your foot is falling, you are tapping one part of the pedal and then you slide it to another part of the pedal to get that stomp as your foot is falling. So this creates a quick double stroke. That sounds like this. Now in the DBO Drumming Path, we focus heavily on technique so that your hand and foot technique can be in a great place, and you can utilize a multitude of different techniques to get the exact type of playing that you want out of your drumming. But now let's talk about more of the goals and milestones that you will experience in the Coordination Conquest stage. You are going to learn how to unlock your limbs and improve your coordination. You will learn how to play at least 15 more beats and fills. We are going to create your 3-month goal to make more progress. Now, if you happen to play an acoustic kit, you will learn how to tune your drums well. You will also learn foundational rudiments that will actually be used in your drumming. And on top of that, you will learn to create your own beats and fills. And at this point, you will be able to play up to 10 or more songs on the drums. So within this, we've been talking so much about the DBO Drumming Path, but again, how is this actually working in a practical way for actual students? Well, you can take it from Clara, who when she just started her DBO Drumming Path, she was just picking up 6 for the first time and sounded like this. And literally just after 1 month of going through the Basics Builder stage, she was able to play like this. I'm so proud of her, and that progress in just 1 month is absolutely incredible. So if you want to go through the DBO Drumming Path in the best possible way, I would highly recommend joining the DBO Academy early bird waitlist right up here. But now let's talk a little bit more about what to expect in stage 3. Now in stage 3, intermediate icon, the biggest problem I see here is drummers have a hard time with their timing. So the solution? Well, let me show you a quick timing exercise that will, improve your timing. So we're gonna keep a steady kick drum on beats 1 and 3, and snare drum on beats 2 and 4. But then the subdivision of the hi-hat is going to be changing pretty sporadically from quarter notes to 16th note triplets to 8th notes, 16th notes, and 8th note triplets. It's kind of bouncing all around. So let me show you what this exercise looks like. This improves your timing because going from one subdivision to the next can be very difficult without speeding up or slowing down. So the more that you practice this, the better your internal timing will become. But now let's talk about the bigger picture milestones that you will accomplish in the intermediate icon stage with the drumming path through DBO Academy. In the intermediate icon stage, you've made a lot of progress and things have really started to unlock in a special way. So we are going to start off this stage by identifying your 3 biggest weaknesses. Then you will create your 3 and 6 month goals to help you crush those weaknesses. Now with your rudiments, you are going to start having the ability to transform them into many variations within your playing. You will start to learn new concepts such as linear patterns, ghost notes, groove, and timing. With all of these skills together, you will now have the ability to start playing with other musicians, all while feeling confident. And on top of that, you will know how to create your own drum parts for songs. This will all help you develop your own playing style on the drum set so that you can really be unique in your drumming. And finally, in this stage, you will be feeling good and ready to go to play gigs. Now in stage number 4, the On the Rise stage, a lot of drummers want to improve their improvisational skills because this is the time to do it, now that you have all of this previous knowledge. So one quick tip to improve your improv is to set limitations. Sometimes we can be overwhelmed by all the options on the drum kit, but if we are trying to bust out a ton of fills, maybe for the first measure say, hey, I'm just gonna focus on the hi-hat, snare, and kick. And then in the second measure, I'll open it up to a floor tom. And then in the third measure, maybe I'll open it up to the rack tom as well. And you can slowly build that way. I did this a lot when I was creating my drum parts for the Godzilla drum cover. But improv is just one skill of many that you will improve in this stage. So let's see what the other goals and milestones are.
In the On the Rise stage, you are really moving into an advanced category with your drumming. So from here, we are going to stretch the goals even longer and create some quarterly and yearly goals. You will start to become really comfortable with concepts like 30-second notes, odd note groupings, and odd time signatures. And on top of that, you will become really familiar with advanced concepts like polyrhythms, and you will know how to manipulate them, which moves us into learning about metric modulation. One of the really important skills you will have down at this point is you will be able to improvise on the drum set really easily. Exercises like gap clicks will be really easy for you because your timing will have improved so much, and you will have a fully developed style of drumming. So you know exactly what you are offering to the drum world at this point. This will allow you to fully understand what to play in most gigging and recording situations, which can help you get more professional opportunities like gigs, recordings, and even teaching other drummers.
This brings us to the last and final stage, stage 5, which is master drummer. Now, the biggest problem that master drummers face is that they think that they don't have more to learn. Now, this couldn't be further from the truth. We are all students, and we should all constantly strive to get better at our craft. The moment that we think we don't have more to learn is the moment that you stop improving and oftentimes end up getting worse. So now let's talk about more of the milestones that you will achieve in stage 5 with DBO Academy.
In this stage, you will feel full freedom and confidence in any professional situation because you know exactly what to do on the drum set because you have learned so much in all the stages previous. You can sit down at any other drum shed with other drummers while feeling freedom and confidence, also while impressing the heck out of anyone who's watching you. You will have the full skill and knowledge to get endorsements by other companies as long as you have all those other things that companies are looking for to endorse you. And you will be at the level where you can tour full time, create amazing drum videos, and impress the heck out of anyone that you drum for.
So now that you know what the goals and the milestones are in the DBO Drumming Path, it's time to know how to accomplish them and how to actually make that progress. And the best possible way to do that is through DBO Academy. DBO Academy is my online drum school that helps you go through your own DBO drumming path so that you can make consistent progress on the drum set without the drumming ruts. Because like I've said, one of the biggest problems in the drumming world right now is we have a million different people telling us a million different things without knowing anything about your skill level or what you actually want to accomplish in your drumming journey. This can lead us to feel completely overwhelmed on the drum set to where we sit down and we have no idea where to start, and then we aren't getting better and we feel that drumming rut set in. But DBO Academy helps you go from frustration to freedom on the drum set with the DBO Drumming Path that gives you the complete blueprint to become a master drummer. Imagine where your drumming would be at this point next year if you finally got direction and were making progress each and every day. Our courses in DBO Academy are designed to help you take action with each lesson so that you actually are making that consistent progress so that you can feel confident on the kit, so you can play live at church, you can play live gigs with friends, or even just show your friends and family what new beats and fills you are learning, all while feeling super confident on the drum set. So doors are opening in just a few days on August 16th. Last time they completely sold out. So if you want to secure your spot on the drum set and get in a day before anyone else, I would highly recommend joining the early bird waitlist to DBO Academy right up here. I cannot wait to guide you through each one of these stages in the DBO Drumming Path, but thank you for joining me on this journey of this roadmap to becoming a master drummer. I cannot wait to see a handful of you in DBO Academy. Thank you again, stay true, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.